my notifications during the live stream when people super chat, but something crazy is going on with it. I don't know what it is. So you probably won't hear the voice. My virtual assistant speaking on the super chats because there's some type of issue. Okay. But nonetheless, shout out to everybody that said, listen, I did a later live stream than normal because I wanted to see if more people would be able to get to the stream, because I noticed people, I do a live stream at 4 or 5, they'll get here on the tail end of it. So I do a live stream at this time just to see if people will be able to get here, if you got the notification, right? Shout out to Derek for becoming a member of the channel. Appreciate that. Make sure y'all like the stream, share it, okay? We're going to talk about older women who are addicted to the streets. And the focus is going to be Jennifer Lopez. Now, she's not going to be the overall focus. We're going to talk about older women in general who are in these streets, right? They're divorcing their husbands. They're breaking up from long-term relationships. And, they are, putting their name into the dating market, so to speak, and they're not getting very much results, okay? Because a lot of these women are looking for the same thing, and it's just not working out. Salute to everybody that's here. Yeah, notifications do be late. That's why I tell y'all to make sure y'all subscribe, click notification bell, as well as follow me on Twitter if you have one, right? You can click notification bell there. If you have Facebook, you can follow me on Facebook or IG. I put a post on IG when I go live. Let's see who's here. Shout out to the moderators and the members. Let's see who's here. Sarah was good. True. In-game. Gerald. Miss Lakers. See True. Abby. Snake Eyes. Steven was good. Solitaire. Derek. Garrison. I'm him. Lil Trill. Wesley. Lipstick. 25 Kid. Jane. Geedy. Jarrell, Centel, Andy, what's good? Yeah, make sure y'all like the stream, man. We're going to get into it. All right? Because we're not just going to focus on older women. We're going to focus on the men that try to save them, right? Because there are males out there that are ready to save these women who've been through all types of things. Women who are completely broken. On the outside, they may not look broken, but on the inside, they are broken, right? What's good, Matt? Black and Proud, what's up? Trying to insult me. By the way, nobody can see your comments of me. Trying to insult me is not going to stop me from going in. I know a lot of you dudes are, you're built lame. You were raised wrong. And that's your life. You wake up angry every day. I don't wake up angry every day. I wake up happy pretty much. There are things I feel like I can do better at. But for the most part, I wake up happy with myself. I don't have a past that I'm ashamed of, there's not things that I wake up with and it drives me to want to beat my head against the wall like some of you, but y'all do. This is why you get your grown goofy asses on social media to try to troll other people because you're not happy. I would never want to be that type of person. Just imagine, right? You ain't making no money. You're broke. You can't get the women you want. You get the women that are left over. You get the leftover women. You never will get the women you want. That's why you complain about them. I would never want to be that person. And We gonna give, older women a lesson in how to conduct themselves and why they are so miserable. And, you got the males that are willing to date and have relations with anything. And when I say anything, I mean anything. I mean, some of you guys are literally walking around with women who are two times bigger than you. We know, bro. We know you desperately need somebody, Make sure y'all like the stream. Right? Y'all know I made a video, and I was actually going to do a live stream Saturday because there were reports coming out about Jennifer Lopez and Alex Rodriguez not being separated. And they were doing damage control, right? And I think it has a lot more to do with Jennifer because Jennifer, I think, is filming a movie. And she wanted the opportunity to end the relationship. See, women want to be the ones to walk away. They're already talking about how, she has a new guy, right? That she's dating somebody else. But she didn't get the opportunity to leave that relationship like she wanted to on her terms. So now she's the main one doing damage control. She's going off on people. That lets you know that, y'all did break up and the media found out about it. Somebody leaked the info. And you're not happy about it because you're a narcissist. Anybody that supports Joe Biden as president is a complete narcissist. So, would it really surprise you that J-Lo was full of it? Now they doing damage control. J-Lo is, like I say, she's going off on people on social media. This isn't like J-Lo. J-Lo usually is, putting on the smiley face and, not really getting into it, people. That relationship ended and people found out that it was pretty much a fake facade. I see you, Rainy One. What's up? How you doing, Ednice? So that's why I'm going to talk about these older women that are in these streets. See, women want the opportunity to leave relationships. And any liberal woman ain't worth dating anyway. And unfortunately, a lot of these Gen X women are complete lunatics. They're self-centered. And they don't know how to keep a man. Okay? They don't know how to keep a man. And yes, J-Lo, you do belong to the streets. How many marriages, relationships you been in? You even dated Drake. And then, I think I did a video about this years ago. She tried to diss him while she was performing years ago, which lets me know he probably left her ass. But these older women know they for the streets, man. They out here trying to portray themselves as they're above being for the streets. Let me tell you something. If you're on social media trying to compete with younger women, you are for the streets. You're no different than these other women. But they try to portray themselves as if they're different. Shout out to Ed Nee, says, here's my late fee, appreciate it. Yeah, Rain and Woman, they dated for a little while or hooked up. This was like 3 years ago. Yeah, Drake has gotten with some of everybody. This was like 3 years, almost, I think it was like 3 years. I think it was 2017. It was 2017, I think. But I think they kind of dated kind of briefly. This was after her divorce from Mark Anthony, I think. Yeah, Jennifer has been married a bunch of times. She's been engaged. You know? And you got these women, man. They trying to compete with these younger women. That's why they can't keep a man. Right? They're trying to get the attention of the same men that these millennial women are dating, that these Gen Z women are dating. Y'all know who they are. I'm pretty sure y'all listen, all the women listening to me, I'm pretty sure you know the type of man I'm talking about. It's that same 15 percentile, 20 percentile guy, right, that all these women want. They can't get them. You know, some of those guys are probably suspect. Y'all know. And these women will waste years of their life trying to chase that carrot, but they can't never get too close. But as I've said about, what's her name? Nicole Murphy. I don't care how good your body looks. Okay. You still look like a grandmother in the face. At times, because, you know, she can get dolled up and all that, but you're still going to be at a disadvantage with these younger women who a lot of not only the men your age are checking for, but the younger guys are checking for it too. And I just want to bring these older women back down to earth. How long are you going to be in the streets? How long? How long are you heifers going to be in the streets? How long? Some of you have grandchildren. It's time to stop this. Some of these women got toddlers. It's time to stop this. When are you women going to say enough is enough? I'm ready to settle down. And it's not like they don't have options. They do, but they cannot retire from the streets. They can't retire. They can't let it go. They can't let the younger women do what they're doing. They have to compete. Just like y'all see, I did a video about Beyonce and those new pictures, right? Where she looked like she had her assets done. Once again, trying to compete with the younger women, with the 20-something-year-olds, right? Who have fake assets. Like, why? You were already established. What's the point of that? J-Lo's in her 50s and still think, I mean, look at her recent pictures, man. I mean, what type of man are you trying to attract, J-Lo? I could see if this was a situation where you were an up and coming artist and you felt like you had to use your body to get attention, but nah. Make sure y'all like the stream, man. Don't just be looking. Do I have J-Lo fans watching? Like, they in the bushes waiting for me to say something. Say something else about J-Lo. I dare you. And I'm going to come in the chat room. Is that what y'all waiting on? They wait for me to go in. Like, I'm waiting for him to say something about Jennifer again. Say something about Jennifer again. Shout out to D Rich Star. The women are all chasing the same type of men. They get mad and say there are no good men out here. I'm confused. That's their excuse. D Rich. Their excuse is that there's no good men. When in reality, there is a lot of good men. They don't want those men. Those men are not famous. Those men are not the type of rich that they want, right? So they want to make all these excuses. But in this situation, with J-Lo, her situation, the damage control that her and her team are doing, she's in the Dominican Republic, filming a movie with Lenny Kravitz, who apparently she is getting romantic with. A-Rod, who's getting ready for the baseball season, you know. Apparently he went to Dominican Republic, right, to sort of squash rumors that they broke up. Y'all broke up, man. Just admit it. Y'all broke up. But y'all didn't break up the way that y'all wanted to. You see, J-Lo wanted to be the one to say enough is enough. It reminds me of the Scottie Pippen divorce. Y'all remember when Scottie first broke up with Larsa and they got back together and he gave her that big expensive ring, and then the next thing you know, Larsa says, you know what, I'm done with Scottie. I want a divorce. But you're the one cheating. You're the one that got caught red-handed with another man. But he gave you a second chance, because in his mind he's saying, you know what, Larsa is an older woman. She has children that are getting older. Maybe she's settling down now. Oh no. Larsa was in the beginnings of her street career. She'd been married so long, she wanted to know what it was like to be slurred out by different guys, with this guy, that guy. She wanted to know what that was like. She wasn't trying to go back to being no housewife. That's boring. Being a housewife is boring. And J-Lo knows that too. That's why you will see women like this at their age still trying to compete with women who are 20 some odd years younger than them. Larsa's enjoying the fact that she was able to take that young guy from his wife. Now, she's not going to say it. What's good, Daisy? She's not going to say it. She's not going to own up to it, but she does. It's an ego boost. It is an absolute ego boost for her. She likes the fact that she was able to take that guy from his girl. She knows this. A lot of these older women get off on being able to compete with these younger women, but these women are far too old to be trying to be in these streets. They need to retire. They need to go and get them a nice cleanup man. All right. Get them a nice guy to, take care of her and, build up that family. But that's just not good enough for some of these women. They constantly got to be in these streets. They need to retire. It's time to retire. I mean, look at Nicole Murphy. She's going outside, man. She is definitely going outside. I mean, who wants her at this point? She gonna be in her 60s looking good for her age, and that's about it. We don't have a lot of Angela Bassett's, right? A woman who's in her early 60s but looks very, very good for her age. But guess what? Angela Bassett has a whole husband and a whole family. She's not trying to be in these streets. She's not trying to show you every inch of her assets and show you that she can compete with these younger women. She doesn't have time for that. She's too busy being a wife and a mom, right? But some of these women think that because they still got a nice body, they still got some of their looks, that they can just hang on just a little bit longer. And this is the generation of women who are just completely lost. Completely lost. Like how long are you going to allow yourself to look bad out here? Like, seriously. But that's what's going on, unfortunately. That's what a lot of men have to choose from. They have to choose from women who care more about getting attention than actually having a family, than actually being able to be a role model for other young women who are conflicted about whether they want to pursue a relationship, whether they want to pursue marriage, right? They want to follow what other women are doing who are younger than them. And we have to understand at some point that, just like with these older guys that be trying to be young, that be like these younger guys and dress like them and even act like them, you got to understand when your time is done, it's time to move on. It's just like a guy who plays in, let's say, you got guys who, like, look at Vince Carter. Vince Carter played for a long time, right? But he could still play. But even he at some point and realized he might need to step away. Now, didn't Vince Carter retire? I don't think he's still playing. Even though you may feel like you're talented, even though you still may think you got one more year to give, at some point, you got to let it go. And this is not coming from a place of hate towards anybody. I'm just being real, because a lot of these are the more bitter women. You know, I got sent a video on Instagram, and it was of 3 females, right? One of the females, I actually made a video about her, scamming this guy, right? And it was her and it was 2 other women. And the one in the middle, they was talking about basically how, I guess about men complaining about them and things of that nature. Basically trying to push off blame onto men as to why, they can't find the right guy. And that's just the typical mindset of a lot of these modern women. And what these modern women got to understand is the men that you see now are the men that you're going to have to deal with. No men are going to come from Mars. All right. No men are going to come out of thin air. They're not just going to be teleported here. You're going to have to deal with what's here. You're looking for Mr. Perfect. Mr. Perfect don't exist. Shout out to Oakland Raiders. That's your job, Jay. Stay going in. Appreciate it, man. Let me get to A-Rod. Man, A-Rod has so many cheating rumors. You had this woman putting him on blast. Then you had that woman putting him on blast. You mean to tell me J-Lo didn't hear that? That she didn't know that he was getting bored? That he was looking elsewhere? That he possibly wasn't ready for marriage? Because you got to understand, Alex Rodriguez was married before to a woman that he was paying a lot of support to. As a matter of fact, he tried to get it amended with the help of J-Lo because his ex-wife had remarried, and I don't think she remarried, but she had another kid she had a new kid with another guy. And she tried to continue to get the same amount of support money that she was getting, or I think she was trying to get more. And I'm saying to myself, why don't you just move on? Why are you in this man's pockets? Why are you in this man's pockets? But that's the mindset of these women, man. They get stuck on being taken care of, but that's a whole nother subject. J-Lo was going to break up with Alex Rodriguez eventually because they kept putting off the marriage. They kept putting off the marriage and putting off the marriage. And at some point, it was going to fall apart eventually. It was going to fall apart eventually. And it did, but prematurely. So you got to ask yourself, who leaked it then? Every publication on the net made a post about it. Okay? Everybody. And I did a video making sure y'all saw all the articles. So people can't say that I was making anything up. Well, what about all these publications that are saying that it's been confirmed they broke up? But due to J-Lo and her narcissism, her and her team tried to change things. It would not surprise me if she was in, Dominican Republic doing her, and the news got leaked. And I wonder who leaked the news. I wonder who leaked that news, man. Like, seriously. We trying to figure that out. We really want to know. Could have been somebody from A-Rod's team. Possibly. Oh, no. They've been broke up for a couple years now. Because her and A-Rod started dating about 4 years ago. Because her and Mark Anthony broke up in 2016, I believe. And she was single for a little while and then got with A-Rod. He was another celebrity that she could parade around, because they're so obsessed with being with a celebrity. I would never want to be with no celebrity woman unless she had a different mentality than the women around her. But that's very rare, What's good, Shantia? It's very rare that you find any celebrity women that don't have that narcissistic tick, and J-Lo is the epitome of that. She really, her and Cardi B, oh my God. Just imagine being in a relationship with that. Just imagine being in a relationship with that. You know what? Never mind. No imagining. Make sure y'all like the stream. Shout out to Derek. J-Lo been for the curb since her fly girl days. Yeah, J-Lo, she been making a lot of moves, man. She's making a lot of moves, man. Yeah, she did, man. She's went to the backup dancer, she went to the popular new guy, up and coming guy at the time, which was Drake, But yeah, she was with Ben Affleck as well. Like she was with Diddy, way back late 90s, right? So that's why I'm saying at some point, J-Lo, did the cheating rumors get too much? Because again, you got women making accusations about A-Rod, him possibly being for the streets and him being out here getting with this person and that person possibly. But he never fully goes and does it. He's talking to other women, but he's never really going and hooking up with them, right? So you would think that by the time you're in your early 50s, you would say, you know what, I need to settle down, right? But they think because they got Instagram, ain't no slowing down. As a matter of fact, they need to ramp it up. They feel like they need to ramp it up. And that's the sad part, because even the non-celebrity women, let's just talk about older women in general. How many of us know older women that are still clinging on, right? It doesn't mean that they don't have to take care of themselves. It doesn't mean they don't have to look good. But when you're actively trying to compete with other women who are younger, you're trying to date the same men that they're dating. Why is that? All right. It's not like she's been with one guy and just decided that, you know what, I'm just gonna go out here and just do whatever. No, I mean, she's had a storied history. She's had a storied history. That's good, David. I see you. And I just want to know from the older women that may be watching, why are you in the streets? Why haven't you given it up? Why haven't you said enough is enough? I'm ready to retire. They don't want to retire. They believe that they'll never get to the point to where men don't want them, because a lot of you males are thirsty. A lot of you males are weak. You think about getting sex from these women 365 days in a year, because a lot of time y'all ain't got nothing else going on, not even the rent. So you give these women hope that if push come to shove, you're going to be right there to save them. You're going to be right there to, when nobody else wants them, you're going to be right there ready and willing. All the dizik these women are getting, man. And it still ain't enough. They're getting dizik here. They're getting dizik there. They're getting dizik at home. They're getting dizik at work from a coworker. All right? Getting online dizik. How many of us have seen married women on this very platform every day or every other day, here and there and everywhere, all in men's faces? It's because they're so addicted to the attention that they get from men. Imagine if those men were right there in their face. You got women, man, they'll have a husband, they'll have a boyfriend, they'll have a side dude, and they will still be out searching for more attention. All right. And then as soon as their boyfriend look at a woman's ass, she want to fight. And that's all. It's crazy out here, man. These chicks are crazy. I want y'all to understand something, man. Live your life the way you want to. If you're an older woman and you enjoy being in the streets, do you, man. But don't complain about how there's no good men, because you heifers do that. You heifers love doing that. Y'all love talking about how there's no good men. But you don't mention how you was in the streets for entirely too long and you got ran through. You never talk about that. It's good, Ashley. You got women that got all types of male attention around them. They will still go search for more. They ain't got enough. Got to go search for more. It's like, how you got that amount of time with all the dudes that you deal with, because you know you're dealing about 2, 3, or 4 dudes. You still want to go look for more attention, and it's non-sexual attention. So this is very important. You got women that are out here looking for non-sexual attention from you males. Don't give it to them. And it be women from different age spectrums, but especially the women who are a little bit more older, right? They done been, through it, but they got somebody, and again, they're going to want a quote unquote friend. They're going to want a shoulder to cry on. Do not do that. Under no circumstances are you anybody's shoulder to cry on. When they talk about being a shoulder to cry on, you leave that conversation and never talk to them again. Do that. Don't give them no free attention. None. We have to stop giving them free attention, man. We gotta let them know that we not. Listen, if you're not gonna deal with me like you deal with them other dudes who you don't even have a conversation with, and you letting them screw you every other day, I don't want nothing to do with you. I'm not here to hear about your relationship issues. I don't care. If you're not going to treat me with respect like you do them other guys, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. Give me the same respect you give your side dude. Don't treat me like I'm less than and I'm only good enough for a conversation. It's like, wait a minute. Like, you haven't said 5 words to this other guy, but you want to have full-on conversations with me, wasting my day. Oh no, not today. And I guarantee you, once we start to separate our attention from them, they're going to go nuts. They're going to wonder what's going on. And they're going to think twice before hopping in the streets. They're going to think twice before hopping in these streets. If you can't have a conversation with your boyfriend or husband, then you need to cut him loose, because obviously that guy isn't worth anything. Or you don't respect him. You just with him for security. You know, he works his ass off, and you meanwhile are looking for male attention wherever you can get it. They will play a whole lot of games and end up a whole lot of single. The dating market is saturated with females who have done nothing but waste men's time. They've done nothing but be in relationships that just don't work. And they never understand that it's you. It's not always that man. You have to look yourself in the mirror. You cannot blame everybody for that. You cannot blame everybody else for that. That is a you problem. Okay? And I want you ladies to understand, especially you older women that listen to me. If you single and you doing what you want to do, and you say, you know what, I don't want a relationship, I don't want a marriage, I want to kick it, I want to be in these streets, that's your life. That's cool, right? You've chosen your path. But you got women that be getting married, they be getting engaged, they be in and out relationships, and they get to an age where you would think that it's time to sort of settle. Either I'm going to be single or I'm going to, be married in a relationship. They want to do both. They want to be in a relationship for a little while, get out, be in a relationship for a little while, get out. And it's like, why are you playing those stupid games? You're too old to be playing these games. Your kids are getting older. They're going to have children. Are you still going to be in and out the streets like this? At some point, you got to figure out where your life is going to go. You have to figure out where your life is heading. A lot of you women are heading nowhere fast, and you don't take good advice. Try to talk to some of these older women and tell them the truth. They're going to get angry because they don't want to hear the truth. They want to hear lies. This is why these women got like 4 or 5 kids, about 4 or 5 different males, because they bought into the dream, or they look at him on the outside and say, hey, he's my type. But then you get into a relationship with him and realize he's an idiot. You realize he's a mental midget. You realize he doesn't know how to turn a dollar. Okay. He's asking you for money. And then you realize, oh my God, why am I with this guy? But then it's too late, because the guy's probably a stalker. He's a habitual harasser, because he can't get women like that. You think he can, but he can't. So you kind of stuck with this asshole. Shout out to Brianna. I appreciate that, Brianna. What's going on with you? And y'all get stuck with these guys who you thought were of higher value, but these guys are low valued, broke lames who don't know how to have no conversation. These guys ain't never built nothing. These guys don't own anything. These guys are lame. These guys are clowns. They can't stay out of jail. They in arrears for child support. They probably got warrants. And that's who you've tied your future to. All because of what? His looks and nothing else? Have you had a conversation with this male? Have you had any conversations with that male whatsoever? What's up, Red Planet? What's good, Jay Sean? If y'all like the stream. y'all be getting into relationships with males who can't do any thinking for themselves. These guys are the epitome of a broken buck. And the only thing in life they know how to do is breed. That's it. I'm not going to make excuses for males who don't build anything, who don't create anything. I'm awesome, Brianna. I'm not going to make excuses for those guys. I don't like those guys. I don't like to be around those guys. You can sense the dustiness and brokenness of some of these guys to where you're like, man, I can't fuck with him, man. I can't even, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, he a dirty Mac. He'll go and tell your girl stuff you're doing, right? Thinking that she ain't going to tell you because, you're smarter than him and she knows it. And, makes himself like a complete idiot, right? So I just want y'all to understand that we have different roles that we got to take. I just be more cautious, man. Just be more cautious because you don't want to get caught up in a situation that's going to affect you for the rest of your life. Right? Elite Fleet. I'm more like Jada Black, but I appreciate the sentiment. It's good, Danitza. Yeah, you got these dumb, dirty Macs. They think that you're dumb, and they can go back and try to take your girl from you. That's the funniest thing, But these guys don't understand is that you're more intelligent than them, and you're way more established. No matter how many women they think they can get, but women get caught up with these guys, and a lot of these women, especially these older women, have all types of stories. How much of their life they done wasted because of a dude that has swag. Everybody can dress when they at the club. But let's talk about what this guy's doing when he ain't at the club. And one of the things he ain't doing is building a future for you. So he's going to have children with you, but he's going to be looking at you when it's time to pay them bills. A lot of you older women got to understand you only have one life. You cannot waste it trying to chase the same type of men you see other women with. You never know that woman may have more qualities than you. You got to understand there's a reason why these women are able to stay with these athletes or rappers or whoever for the time that they're with them, because those women have a certain quality that you don't have, right? That's why you will see a pro athlete with a woman who's more of a petite, they may marry those women. Then their side chick may be, a big, hip, thick female. And you got to say to yourself, if that's the side chick, why does the wife look completely opposite? That's because that wife has qualities that is beyond her, look. And even that look may be that guy's type. But when he wants to screw, and when he's scrolling Instagram, he might choose this chick or that chick. And you don't want to spend your life trying to be that girl that gets chosen. You don't have what it takes. You don't have those qualities. Your baby's fathers ain't nowhere near the income of the guys you're chasing. Your baby's fathers are, they are an embarrassment. That's why you don't put them on your social media, because you're embarrassed by them. You don't even want to be in public with them because you're embarrassed by them. And these are not young women I'm talking about. I'm talking about you 30-something-year-olds who are still out here dating like you're in high school. You're embarrassed by your boyfriends. That's why you don't want to show them off, right? You're embarrassed by them. You're embarrassed by them. And you're embarrassed by them. But again, that's a choice that you made. You made that choice. You made the choice to date these guys, to give these guys your attention. Instead of saying, you know what, he just don't have the qualities I want. You know why? Because you didn't take time to get to know him. You see how a guy looks or dress, and you fall in love, not even understanding who you're falling in love with. And now you got to spend the next 15, 20 years fighting this dude for child support, right? being in and out of relationships with these guys. Then you in your 40s, you want to turn it up, right? You want to become a fitness coach. How many 40-something-year-old fitness coaches do we see? All these older women that done lost weight. Now all of a sudden they want to be fitness coaches. Man, come on, man. Shout out to Benevolence. Remember when J-Lo tried to be a comedian? She was horrible. Who told her she was funny? I want to smack them. She tried to be a comedian, or you say she tried to be comedic? Because J-Lo being a comedian, no, she's not a comedian at all. No, yeah. Well, people, again, when you're a narcissist, you think you can do anything. You think you can do anything and people are going to love it. And that's just not the case. A lot of these people are not as rangy as they think they are. They're not as rangy as they think they are. Listen, I'm trying to help older women. A lot of these women are confused. They're upset. They don't understand why they're single, why they're 55 and single, or 48 and can't find a man. Well, gee, look at your exes. Ain't a lot of higher valued men in that bunch. It's a lot of beta broke males in that bunch. It's a lot of angry, effeminate men that you were dealing with. Okay, I don't see a lot of men out there in that group that's really gonna make a difference in the world. You've been dating for the wrong reasons. You've allowed your body to be used and abused over and over and over for years, for decades. I have heard where there are women who were literally side chicks for over a decade, 10 years, 15 years. How? Why? And then you want to get on here and blame all of us for why you can't keep a man. No. It's your problem. You need to fix it. You can't blame us every time things go south. We're not going to be your scapegoats. Stop dating those effeminate, weak, sorry ass males, and you won't have to worry about being single into your 50s. You won't have to worry about that. You won't have to worry about going home to an empty house. Okay? Taking that walk of shame from some guy you didn't met off a website. You will be able to have a house with a family, a house with a man that cares about you, that is a leader, who's going to make the best decisions for the both of you, right? Leadership qualities. Instead of looking for a guy who reminds you of the bad boys you dated in high school, at some point you need to get over that. You can't be in your late 20s and 30s and 40s dating struggle rappers. Why are you 40 dating a struggle rapper? Can somebody tell me, how are you in your 40s dating a struggle rapper? Like, how? And I bet you paying his bills, paying for the studio time, buying his clothes. We got to look at these things, man. I know it's difficult, but you have to look at your situation. How did you get there? You can't blame all men because you have a fetish for these wannabe rappers or these street dudes, okay? These guys who clearly may have mental issues, okay? Guys who never had a father, who don't know what manhood is, who don't even go and see their own children. Those are the type of guys that you're dealing with. You want to build a family with that. You find that attractive. Only in America. Shout out to Brianna again. Brianna, for the support. Appreciate it. Diddy somewhere rubbing his hands, licking his lips, all up shaking, screaming, "You cannot live with your own failure." Where did that bring you back to me? Well, I mean, it could. There was a rumor that I think they said that he was flirting with her on a YouTube, not YouTube, on a Instagram live stream last year. That they may have been flirting with each other, or whatnot. Diddy probably hits her up all the time because that's the one that got away. Like, Diddy has always had a soft spot for J-Lo. Like, Diddy has always had a soft spot for J-Lo. So it wouldn't surprise me if Diddy would want to try to, get that old thing back. Because I believe they are separated. You can talk about how you're working through things all you want to. But I'm hearing reports of, I believe she said, they're saying that J-Lo's daughter cried over this, right? That's probably why they tried to do damage control. Their family is not, in the best place right now. And it's because J-Lo wanted to break up with him, but someone leaked the news first. Well, that's the thing. Would she want somebody like Diddy though? She might like younger guys. I mean, she's shown she's shown that she will date younger, which is fine, right? It's fine. But you getting into these situationships, and then you want something serious after the fact. I mean, does that really work? But I just and also let me just talk to the young ladies here. I want to say this to the young ladies. You need to really watch these older women and how they move, okay? Because a lot of these women are moving very wrong. And they're influencing the younger generation of young women. Y'all know I did the Patreon exclusive video about the Buns and Basketball League. I mean, if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. And how these women crave the attention of men. Like, you got all these women on a basketball court with nothing but a thong on and a jersey. And there's nothing but men around the court. All right? And they enjoy that. They enjoy being the center of attention for men. You can ask strippers that. Strippers will probably tell you that they get that rush when they are dancing on the pole in front of a bunch of men. And a lot of these women are adopting that stripper mentality of wanting to be the center of attention constantly. They constantly want to be the center of attention. And again, when you're younger, right? You're in your early mid-20s, even if you're in your early 30s, whatever, right? You're single, you're doing you, fine. But at some point, when are you going to say, you know what, I'm tired of being sexualized, quote unquote, right? I'm tired of being sexualized. I'm tired of people using me for my looks. And just say, you know what, I want to be respected. But you got women that want to be respectable slores. They want to be respectable slores. I'm sorry, we don't respect slores. Slores don't get respect. I'm sorry. They don't. They don't. They don't get respect. If you act a certain way, you're gonna be treated that way. And the only people that aren't gonna say anything is these males that just want to sleep with you, right? They just want to sleep with you. That's all it is. It's them telling you what you want to hear and you believe in it. And then once they get what they want and they get bored, they're going to move on. And you're going to be back at square one. But you're going to be just a little bit bitter, right? Speaking of sexualized, I put up a Patreon video last night of Trey Songz spitting in the mouths of two females, right? If you're on Patreon, you probably have already seen it. If you're on my Patreon, you haven't seen it yet, I would say you should definitely go and check it out. This is women in 2021 that they will publicly allow this guy to spit in both their mouths publicly. Now, this wasn't the OnlyFans video. This was publicly, man. Like, they don't care. Like, you hear these women talk about being respected, but you don't respect yourself. This is the women in 2021 that we have to choose from. But they say that we're the ones who are messed up. We're the ones that need help psychologically. Right? But look at what these women are doing publicly, and they're doing it with a smile on their face. They're doing it gladly, willingly. Just imagine being somebody that's wanted to date a female, has tried to get with her, she curved you, want nothing to do with you, but then you see a video of Trey Songz literally spitting in her mouth. Like, how would that make you feel? That would tell you everything you need to know. You know, it would tell you everything you need to know about your modern day female. It is for a new music video. It's yeah. Yo, Jay Sean, man, he was, man. Yes, man. He had both of them on their knees right in front of him, and he was delivering his saliva to them as they kneeled before him. I mean, so yeah, and they gladly did it. You know, there wasn't no hesitation. That's why I tell y'all, man, and I said it in the video, this is why I tell y'all to not kiss these women in the mouth. You don't know where that mouth has been. I don't care how attractive she is. You don't know where that mouth has been. That mouth has been somewhere everywhere. So you might want to be careful about kissing these heifers, because you never know where that mouth has been. And if they are doing this in public, just imagine what they are doing in private. Okay? For money. Because I don't even know if those females got paid to do that. Even if, those are two females that's going to have to live life after that. Unless they're part of some type of threesome relationship with Trey Songz, they're going to have to deal with this forever. But maybe just being in the presence of a celebrity, these women don't care. They will do it anyway. Let me tell you something. If you are a celebrity, if you're a guy of higher status, women will do anything for you. And I try to tell these guys that. I don't care how you putting it down in the bedroom. I don't care how much of an alpha male you think you are. Once they get around one of these celebrity males like a Trey Songz, they will do whatever he asks. Whatever he asks. This is 2020. Listen, it's March, okay? Just imagine what else we could see this year. I mean, just imagine what else we could see this year, man. I just want y'all to understand, man, these women don't care. And listen, you can do whatever you want to do, but don't be acting like you deserve respect when you don't respect yourself. Okay? You don't respect yourself, and it's very clear. So when you get older and you can't find a man, it's because you're already broken. And because you're already broken, there's just no way possible you're going to be able to get fixed. And that's why you're going to be phased out of the dating market. You're going to be left behind to the point to where you're going to be alone. And you're still going to look good, especially when you get dolled up. You're going to have your memories, but that's about it. You're going to be forced into retirement because the dating market is already oversaturated. A lot of these women are going to be forced into retirement. They're going to be forced into retirement. It's time to retire from the streets. But because these women are so broken, they can't see the difference. They think that it's normal what they're doing. Okay. Well, it's normal for a guy to say he doesn't want you either. To say he would rather go to, a different country or date women who they feel like of a different hue than them. They feel like the women in their group are just wilding out. They're just crazy, right? You got to factor in these things. It's a lot of mentally ill people out here, man. A lot of people who are broken and can't be fixed. They're broken and they can't be fixed. Oh yeah, Miss Lakers. Yeah, Cardi likes everything, so that wouldn't surprise me. It's time to retire. It's time to let it go. Especially if you're dating a chick and she tell you, "Oh, I know this male celebrity. Oh, I know that male celebrity." It's really time to let that go. Cause ain't no telling what she done. Because let me tell you something, man. These rappers, man, or whomever, they get off on humiliating women. Listen, the billionaires overseas, they like to humiliate women. These entertainers, they like to do the same thing. They love to humiliate women, but it is, but it's done, okay, with permission, basically. Okay. These women are getting humiliated, man. So if you're dating a woman or you're interested in a woman and she telling you about all these celebrity parties she done been to or celebrities she done been around, be very careful about kissing her. You be very careful about kissing her, man. Because you just never know, man. Because you got a lot of groupie ass chicks out here, man. It's, they all, especially in some of these big cities, right? Atlanta, Miami, LA, Houston, New York, Chicago. I mean, hell, a lot of those St. Louis in there. Why not? Philadelphia, man. Be careful, man. You may end up dating one of these groupie ass chicks, man, that's bragging about all these parties she done been to, all these celebrities she done met. These celebrities can smell green women from a mile away, and they're gonna want to break. They're gonna want to break her, man. They're gonna want to humiliate her. Dubai, right? Dubai is the capital of thottery. The capital of thottery is Dubai. Absolutely. If she's bragging about Dubai, you better leave. You better say bye, okay? If she bragging about Dubai. Yeah, Tim and I had to ask St. Louis, and I've heard some things. St. Louis it's in the middle. It's like right there. It's big enough. It's a big enough city, So I had to add them, I had Detroit too. Detroit, But yeah, man, you got a lot of these groupie chicks, man, that done been slored out. They done been turned out, and these chicks try to hide it, man. They try to mask it, right? They try to mask it. When you see these women on this extra women empowerment, that's especially in the entertainment industry. If you see women on this super female empowerment, it's usually come from a place of being slored out by a bunch of dudes in the industry. So whenever they get a little bit of success, they will hop on this female empowerment, even though they don't even like other women. So when you see all these women talking about they are feminists and they're about women empowerment and they're in the entertainment industry, it's usually because they done been slaughtered out so much that they grow a disdain or hatred towards men, especially men who aren't celebrities. Like they'll tolerate the celebrity guys because they can get something from them. But when it comes to your average, everyday guy that's not a celebrity, they have a disdain towards those guys and they'll never want to date those guys because of them being completely slaughtered out in the industry. Oh yeah, Las Vegas. How can I forget Las Vegas? Right, Las Vegas, Drill. How can I forget Las Vegas? That's that's the mini capital of thoughtism. I mean, how many chicks done went to Las Vegas and got, done did some thought shit, I don't know how I forget Las Vegas. They got the Oakland, they got the Raiders. Oh my God! Wait till they have fans at the games. You talk about taking trips. Talk about taking trips. Yeah, man. Make sure y'all like the stream, man. Yeah, I mentioned Miami before. Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody that's here, man. Yeah, man. It's crazy out here, man. It's a lot going on, man. It's a lot going on with the Salt Bay video, and man, like, oh yeah, man, there's a lot of that going on. Hollywood has got, yeah, they've turned out so many people into just druggies and predators. Yeah. Yeah, if you went to Dubai, you better say bye. You go to Dubai, you might want to say bye, okay? If she's bragging about going to Dubai, she broke, she ain't got no money like that, she got four or five roommates, then you need to cut that loose, you know what I'm saying? Okay. She ain't got the money like that. How in the world did you get to Dubai? Like, her personally, like, you ain't got no money to go to Dubai on that trip. That's a long trip. How you get on that trip? Who's funding it? Who's the sponsor? Show him in the photo. Stop hiding the sponsor. Everybody want to see who's sponsoring you. He want everybody to know who's sponsoring you. Put him in the picture. Because good and well you not with the same type of guys that you normally date who ain't got shit. Guy leaves with his wallet. Ain't no telling. He could be somebody's grandfather. He could be a creepy weirdo looking guy. But as long as he leading with that wallet, she all in. Yeah, man, it's just a lot been going on recently, man. Like a lot of shit just in a short amount of time, man. We're going to see crazy things. But I will tell you, though, like for real, Jay Sean, Twitter was so lit on that Salt Bay video, man. So many funny ass memes was in that thread on Twitter. I hope she ain't deleted it. Man, unfortunately they clowned the fuck out of this guy. But it's like they felt sorry for him. He got clowned, but then they felt sorry for him. And that's probably the funniest Twitter thread I've seen in a very long time. Because everybody was funny. Everybody was funny. I mean, everybody had the right joke. And they made memes out of it, man. I mean, That had to be the funniest comment. Even the chick that posted the video was retweeting it because it was funny. Listen, no matter if something upsets you, if it's funny, it's funny, and you have to acknowledge when something is funny. Shout out to Benevolence, Cardi P, and Megan. The donkey smells like fish. Well, there have been accusations leveled against those two. There's a video on this channel right now where I talked about Blueface, allegedly saying that her box smelled. When a chick whiffs, if you got a strong nose, you're gonna sense it. Yeah, grabbed the meat and had all types of eye contact. And people want to say we tripping. No, men know. And there was a lot of dudes and women who said, yeah, she was being flirtatious. And the dude knew that. He knew that. He knew that. Like, he knew. He knew. I told y'all, Salt Bae should have made her and her friend get up and do a twerk contest. I bet they would have done it. I bet they would have done it, man. I'm telling you, man. You get melanated women. You get a famous person and some phones. Oh my God. We gonna have some viral videos, man. We gonna have some viral videos, man. Shout out to everybody. Make sure y'all like the stream. Yeah, listen, my message to you older ladies, you older women, y'all have so much to give in life. Don't give all your energy to the wrong type of men to the point to where you have none, you have no life left. You try to be like all these other women and you still fail. You should want to settle into your life because you're going to have to settle eventually. You can't continue to be in these streets. Are you going to be in these streets till you're 60? Like, come on. You just left out there because a lot of you are going to be pushed to the wayside. There's going to be more and more attractive younger women who are going to be getting a lot of these guys' attention. Well, I know, Denise, of course. But, it's going to be side stories that needs to be told, and it all ties in, man. A lot of these women are struggle dating. It's a lot of struggle dating going on, and they're upset at the wrong people. Need to be upset at themselves. They have nobody but themselves to blame at the end of the day. All right, then. That's it. All right, people. Shout out to everybody that's here. I appreciate y'all taking the time to stop by and listen to me on this later than usual stream. Salute to everybody that's here. Shout out to Sha. I'm just glad California's opening up about time. Oh yeah, because politically there's no battles to fight with the previous administration. So yeah, and because the governor's afraid to lose his governorship. So yeah, because even the liberals are turning on him. Even the liberals are turning on him. Shout out to Edney, says Jay, shout out to you, the moderators and the people in the chat room. Smash that like button and share and subscribe. Absolutely. Absolutely do that, man. Appreciate you. Shout out to everybody that super chatted. It's a good live stream. I appreciate the support that y'all show. All right. I will see y'all on the next one. Again, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can send me emails to video topics. It's in the description. All the links in the description. Shout out to everybody that follow me on Patreon for the exclusive content I'm putting over there. And yeah, you ain't gotta go home. You gotta get out of here. No, I'm sorry. Appreciate it. Take care.